Hello, everyone, and welcome to a brand new Game Reactor Live, in which today we're going to try out a game that I'm a little bit scared of. Not because it's scary at all. Today we're not going to play any horror game or whatever. But it's a series, it's a franchise that I don't usually play. I've played several of these titles here in streaming during our live streams, but well, let's see what happens. This time we're talking about Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. Okay, you know that because of the title. A title developed by Old Cat Games and published by the same studio, which basically it's been released this 7th December, I think. And you have it available on PC, Xbox Series X, and on PlayStation 5. Basically on next-gen consoles and on PC. And I would say that's it. We're talking about a kind of adventure game. I don't know if this time is going to be like a strategy title. I don't know how different it's going to be from the others that we played, etc. But well, we're going to give it a try. We're going to start it. We're going to play for an hour and discover it because that's what we do here. Just discover and try out different video games. So let's go. No, we're going to start. I'm scared just because of that, because of what I said. I have no idea of Warhammer at all, even though I played several titles of the franchise here during our live streams, but I think it's not enough. But well, I have here a box that you're watching, and I don't like it. And I don't know if I can close it or remove it or do something. It's okay there. Okay, perfect. Well, let's start. Let's begin and let's play for an hour. Let's go. Okay, here we have it. I haven't even started it. I haven't even played it. I haven't even played new game. I haven't done anything. Okay, so let's begin. And that's it. We need information. Okay, don't worry. Okay, scenario difficulty. The main story. This is all that we have for now, and the difficulty is going to be normal. Yes, please. But we have custom, we have story, normal, daring, hard, and unfair. Okay, if you want to suffer for some reason. But let's go. Main story. Other story modes are coming soon. Amazing. We all like updates and improves. Take up the mantle of a rogue trader, the scion of an ancient dynasty of daring privateers that reign over their trade protectorate and explore the fringes of the known galaxy. Darkness looms over the bloodline of Von Velasius as it faces multiple threats from within its own ranks and without us countless enemies seek to destroy the most daring and brave agents of humanity. It is up to you to hold the reins of this shattered protectorate and forge a new path for the Von Velasius dynasty, currently finding itself a vortex of wars, intrigues, calamities, and heresy. The stakes are high and rise even higher as you cross paths with terrifyingly powerful and ambitious adversaries in the darkness of the Cronus expanse. Okay, don't ask me what's the main plot of the game because I have no idea, but there you have it. I'm going to continue. I just pressed normal. Let's start with the story and that's it. Okay. Pre-generated character appearance with shape result custom character. Okay, we're going to start with this, but maybe we can customize it a little bit. No, Darius. This one's cool. Operative, archetypes, warrior, or soldier. Appearance. Okay, we can just change it. Okay, we can customize it. Oh, I like this girl so much. I really like this one. Oh. Portrait. I mean, yes, okay, that, but I would love to just change. No? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. too. Why does she look... Okay. Okay. Don't ask. I would love to just change this. But if that's not going to happen, I don't know. I don't know which one could be similar to that one, but okay. No? Hair. Okay, it can be... Can you just remove this? To just take out actually my hair. Why am I not seeing it? Show clothes. Okay, clothes yes, but helmet no. Okay. Like that I can at least see my character properly. Oh, this one's really cool. I like this one. Red, of course, as always. How are you? I'm fine, Frankie. How are you? I'm going to have these tattoos. I don't know if they're going to be, well, or if they're going to show at any time, but
I'll mention this triumph in my memoirs.
Rend the Keep your wits about you.
Let the macro cannons.
I'll bring glory.
Gaze upon the powers of
Empyrean take.
I always get the job done. The higher will.
Watch and learn.
Through chaos I stride.
Madness conquers the
okay.
void.
Sword class frigate. Okay. Nice to see you again. Nice to see you back again here, Frankie. How are you? How's everything? How's your week going? It's almost Friday. The Sword class frigate is a classic combat ship design proven in thousands of battles, combining decent firepower, high speed, and respectable survivability. Estimated dimensions, tonnage, and number of souls, which I'm not going to read. The Von Valancius flagship is the mightiest void ship belonging to the Von Valancius dynasty. Every system aboard this frigate has been tried and tested in innumerable engagements. Its weapons and turrets deliver hard-hitting volleys with pinpoint accuracy. Its plasma drives are rugged yet reliable in extreme conditions. The flagship's size and maneuverability are perfect for pursuing smaller, faster raiders and for hunting the countless pirates, Xenos, and heretics in Corona's expanse. Okay, let's keep going. Enter the name. I'm not going to change it. How many things? That will be it, no? Regimental tactics, run and gun, a lot of stats and things that, well, let's go. That I'm probably not going to use them. Or keep in mind, at least. Let's begin. I don't know how the gameplay is going to be. I have no idea. Any key. Let's go. Okay. I don't know why, but I think I didn't expect a cutscene like this. It's too loud. Well, oh.
An excellent place for contemplation.
Oh, so many options.
One has the best view of the cathedral from
Okay,
here.
let's hear him.
Mesmerizing, wouldn't you say? An impeccable manifestation of the God Emperor's sublimity.
Choice in dialogues. You are in a dialogue. Here you can learn more about current events, influence the character you're speaking to, or even alter the course of the game's narrative. Your character's personal story depends on the dialogue choices you make. Available dialogue options are displayed on the right. Select the reply by clicking left mouse button on it or pressing the corresponding digit on your keyboard. Amazing. The man who has approached is gazing down into the depths of the bus. One of the best view of the cathedral. Have we met? Do you have a particular reason for disturbing me? Such success can be tiring at times.
I believe there are those among us who share that sentiment. But such is our duty, is it not? To overcome base weaknesses and desires, so as to excel in our service to the God Emperor, the master of humanity. Allow me to introduce myself. Conrad Voigtfear, Master of Whispers, in the employ of her lady.
I cannot read it, but that's the tutorial, okay? In case that you want to read it, you can pause it, you can do whatever you want. I'm going to read it anyways right now, okay? Just in case.
Trader Theodora von Valencius, at your service. I haven't had the pleasure of speaking with you in person before.
Okay. You can hover your cursor over highlighted words to learn more about them. Okay. My name's Hikara.
My regards, mistress.
Okay.
Or should I say, von Valencius, scion of a blessed rogue trader house in the service of the Imperium.
Yes,
Perhaps this kinship came as a shock to you. Understandably so, given that all evidence of the connection.
Don't you think that there's so much surrounding noise and the voices are super low? I don't know if we can change that. We should, but I don't know.
Ladyship's servants to discover and verify this blood tie, which has now made you one of the heirs of this dynasty.
Why am I aboard this vessel? Why have to? You have a curious title. Tell me about the one or ship I have found.
I would rather not.
Oh, the sound's killing me. Maybe like this.
Gus the Lord Captain behind her back.
Need a
Especially
bit better,
not
I
on board
think.
her ship. No one knows better than I that whispers are wont to attract particularly close attention.
My God, but what's this dialogue line? It's enormous.
Suffice it to say that her ladyship is the bearer of the sacred warrant of trade and a woman of immense power and entitlement. However privileged your position may be, I ask that you do not incur her anger by being disrespectful or obtuse. Lady Theodora despises both qualities.
Okay. What are your responsibilities?
Plainly, I am the head of the network of spies and informers who serve the interests of House von Valencius. I uncover weak links both among Lady Theodora's retinue and in the ranks of her rivals. I eliminate our vulnerabilities and exploit those of others.
Why am I aboard this vessel?
So that you may fulfill your blood duty Whatever obligations you had before, they are henceforth null and void. By order of the Lord Captain, you have been requisitioned to serve the rogue trader, indeed blessed by the God Emperor.
Okay.
I see that you are shocked. Yes.
Yes,
you
super
understood
shocked.
correctly.
I have no idea
Lady
what you're
Theodora's
talking
authority
about.
indeed supersedes that of those whom you obeyed before. The Lord Captain's power is so great that she is capable of performing unthinkable feats, such as changing the fate of a servant of the Imperium. Your fate.
Why are you talking this much to me?
Such are the traditions of the Imperium. Lord Captain is the title that was established in the annals of the Lex Imperialis, at the time when the first rogue traders entered the God Emperor's service, and therefore, it is sacrosanct.
You say I'm the one of the rogue traders here, so there's another
There is.
candidate.
And you will meet him soon enough.
Okay.
But of course, I have come to invite you to a meeting with Lady Theodora. I imagine you have many questions for your patroness.
Yes, so many
And
questions.
I'm sure she has just as many questions for you. It is regrettable that you haven't yet had an opportunity to speak. It has been an arduous voyage thus far.
Continue.
The Lord Captain and Master Edelthrad von Valencius are conversing on the observation platform. Let us join them there.
Rogue trader, Theodora von Valacius, desires, whatever. I didn't have time. I mean, I spent so many time just reading and now I cannot read. Okay, amazing. Move your character by clicking. Okay.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
What are you talking about? Interactable objects. Okay. Highlight objects. Okay, more dialogues.
They will see.
Show the
Oh,
data.
yes, they all will see.
You interfere without due reverence. Noble guest.
Ah, one step at a time amidst the madness.
Okay, nothing else in here. Okay. That was not his appearance in the portrait.
Perhaps you would
But
like
okay.
to take a look around after your audience with the Lord Captain.
What's happening?
What? What?
Run! The servitors have gone berserk!
Why did that guy just stop? Why are they not running away? They're just standing there.
Spectacle unfold!
To survive in the grim darkness of the far future, you will have to face enemies of all kinds and fight for your life. This instant tutorial will familiarize you with the combat system of Warhammer Rogue Trader. Start. Hey. What? All battles in the game are turn-based and take place on a grid. On their turn, a character can move, attack, and use their abilities. Movement points determine how far a character can move on their turn. 1 MP corresponds to 1 cell moving diagonally is more costly to MPs. At the beginning of its turn, movement points are restored. Okay. Okay. Okay.
A genius at work.
Okay, action points, yeah, more or less we know how. Why I cannot do it?
I am powerless to act.
But I can't control these people.
Shattered foes in my wake.
How can I attack? Okay, that was the attack.
What if fate claims
Come on.
another one?
Okay, I thought they were here.
What suspiciously poor timing for such an accident.
Well, two more
Servitors malfunction on the officer's deck at
two more
exactly
crew
the
members
same
just
moment
died because of
when the
me,
rogue
but
trader and her
nothing
heirs
happened.
Are gathered here.
Nothing
I have blocked
happened.
all passages between the upper and lower sectors.
Why
of
is
the
this guy
residential decks.
talking that much
If this
in
is a
here?
deliberate attack, it should stop the culprit.
And seriously, this is not this guy.
Advancing
I
their
mean,
plan.
definitely, this is not this girl either, but don't know. Talk to Theodora. Where's Theodora? Did
I'm
Theodora
afraid
die?
I must remain here. For Lady Theodora's safety, I have to oversee the execution of these orders personally. I hope you will have no difficulty reaching the observation platform on your own. It is just at the end of this corridor.
Okay. At the end of this corridor. Okay, you can open them up. So I guess I just have to go here.
Let us seize the moment.
Open.
Patience. My nerves are frayed.
Okay. That is simply irrational, Lady Theodora. Assimilation into the trade structure could be political and economic suicide. Okay. Theodora. Then suggest an alternative that will satisfy me. I have described the situation no worse than my senescal could have done. Make a decision. What will you do with Aeon 6, Etherthrall? The first impression of Ethelthrat, who appears to be about 30 years old, is of parchment-like skin stretched over a tightly bundled mass of sinew, implants, and bone. The nervously twitching fingers, the face twisted by a slight tic, and the jerky movements are all signs of some illness or defect that has taken over his physical form. In stark contrast, Theodora features appear as if they were carved from marble, eternal and indestructible. Okay. Okay. The second candidate has joined us. Hekara, approach and give me your answer. Wow. Lore, warp, Xenos, or other things. Okay. Those are the ones that are going to be like this if I choose them. Okay. There are ways to confirm whether what is happening on Ion. Maybe this. Reasonable and prudent. However, chasing after ethereal creatures may prove a rather long and fruitless endeavor. Apart from Xenos, an Untrodan planet might be teeming with myriad horrors that are far more dangerous and difficult to eradicate. I suspect that you, Hekara, are simply unaware of their existence. I gave a straight answer to a simple question, which, as I understand, was still more than you could do. Oh. Why? We don't have any portrait. Who am I talking to? We are both servants. Does it become any one of our slutters to engage? I find your tone most disagreeable. You will kindly alter the manner in which you address me. Shut your mouth. Okay. Don't know this one. Insolent, ignorant upstart. How dare you? I believe I gave you an assignment on this ship. Explain to me then why my senior congregator is still dawdling about the officer's deck instead of proceeding to the middle decks to commence the inspection of the compartments in his purview. I beg your forgiveness, Lady Theodora. Your presence has such a profound effect on me that I well forgot the time. Okay. I still think this is a lot of text. I guess that people that just enjoys the franchise just like it, but wow, so much. And we just had like a tutorial fight where I just have to shoot an enemy by pressing 1. The thing is that I didn't do it at my first try, but well, okay, that was the main purpose, just pressing 1 and ending the battle there. And we just did that. We just did that in half an hour. Why are you here? Was it not you who sent for me? There are questions that I wish to have answered. Clarity, a luxury that few of us can afford. There is a reason why I did not explain all the details of the question I posed to you earlier. Beyond the borders of the Imperium, seldom is one granted an opportunity to enjoy information in abundance. This, however, is one such opportunity. My name's Theodora von Valancius Massimo blah blah. I am a rogue trader in the service of the God Emperor of humanity, and my rights and freedoms are vindicated by a most sacred relic, the warrant of trade kept aboard this very vessel. Mine is the honor to venture into the darkness beyond the Imperium and carry humanity's slide where powers wicked and heretical reign and bode death and ruin to us all. Okay, yeah, it looks important, I guess. Okay. It is my decision alone to determine the fate of wherever I find past the bounds of the explored void. Every world I discover, along with all there is to find, inferior. Resources, people, riches, and mysteries is mine by right. I command millions of lives, but why? I don't care. Why are you going to answer my question? And you, Akara, are one of those with the Von blood in their veins and a rightful claim to this honor when the honor comes. One off. Does this mean there are other heirs? Well, we're ready. You could be, wouldn't you? The question is, I'm ready to choose you over the rest. Because there are more. You came aboard hours before the warp jump and have not yet distinguished yourself in any way. As things currently stand, I have doubts that you are suitable for the role. rogue trader. Blood right alone is not enough to earn the high honor of becoming the bearer of a warrant of trade. Nonetheless, your abilities and talents may yet prove useful. It's not for the role of Lord Captain, then for that of their closest ally. Okay. There are others. Yes, of course, there are others. The Master of Whispers is related. His kinship to me is most distant, as is yours. Nonetheless, he does bear the name Von Velocious, even if he avoids using it publicly. And as such, strictly speaking, can be considered my heir. That door, however, is close to him. Void Veer's performance in his current role is satisfactory, or it used to be at least. Naturally, some have yet to arrive on board, but you have had the pleasure of meeting one of them. Ethelthrad may be somewhat disconcerted by the scale of the responsibilities that may potentially fall upon his shoulders. However, I have a good feeling about him as a candidate. If you're satisfied with Ethelthrad, then what sense is there in having this conversation? Why are you wasting your time on me? Sorry, I need some water because they're talking too much and there's no dubbing in here. Okay. So it's all a turn-based combat system thing or gameplay and narrative. Super narrative. Well, I mean, if you like the lore and all that, it can be interesting. If you're not into the lore, and the Warhammer franchise can be a little bit overwhelming. But impatience. I'm rather fond of impatient people. They're not as quick to resign themselves to circumstance and more eager to show initiative. Even if I do choose Ethelthrad as my successor, I will still require loyal advisors. The skills and knowledge you acquired in your former life may prove invaluable here in the Corona's expanse. My god. Service in the Astra Militarum is a trial from which very few people emerge with their life. That you have risen through the ranks of the Imperial Guard and assumed command of an army is an testament to your astuteness, both on the battlefield and in the tangled net of officer intrigues. I assure you the company that a rogue trader keeps will offer you plenty of chances to demonstrate both your diplomatic skills and your combat prowess. Again, okay. Moreover, Theodora smiles, your courage has made you far more famous than you yourself probably realize. True feats of heroism will forever live in the annals of the Imperium and bring honor to the Von Velocious line. More questions? How many questions do you have? Oh my god, okay. I have some time. Where's your hip headed? Your ship. Your hip. The Raikat system, the domain of rogue trader Winterscale, one of my peers and rivals. Only 3 rogue traders exist in the Corona's expanse, and each of them possesses resources comparable to mine. Perhaps you will one day assist House von Velocious in surpassing both of them in affluence and splendor. I set the course for Raikat on the demand. For a very specific reason, perhaps I shall yet apprise you of the purpose for this voyage. But now is not the time. Okay, yeah, the problem that we have, this is important to just say, more than whether you come from or what your responsibilities are, which I actually don't care at all. Is that so? Perhaps the technomads were careless during maintenance. Or it could be the war playing tricks on us in spite of the Gellerfield. Or perhaps there's something to all the stories about the ship being possessed after all. Oh, the Gambit, surely you do not intend to start repeating idle humor spread about by uneducated riffraff. Enough! Such hearsay amused me. Idira eagerly retells me everything she learns from the whispers of her unseen advisors. This ship is thousands of years old. It has enough hidden nooks, malfunctioning cogitators, and unused compartments to make ignorant folk speak of spectres dwelling inside the bulkheads and plotting against those who yet live. Sometimes I forget that people without direct access to ship's bridge may not know the first thing about how a void ship travels between the stars. Oh my. Vessels such as this one are capable of leaving real space and traversing into the warp, an otherworldly dimension of cruel and unthinkable forces. By entering it under the protection of the Geller field, we shorten the route to our destination, crossing distances that would require hundreds of years in a matter of weeks instead. Sometimes in days or even hours. That is how humanity is spread across the galaxy. That is how we were able to build the Imperium, which spans millions of stars. What are my responsibilities? These are my current responsibilities. Observe, learn, absorb. It will take time for you to find your bearings aboard this vessel and in your new position. Eventually, I will find a post that suits you as I did for Etherthon. Until that time comes, consider yourself my aide. Well. I have no more questions. It shall head to disturbances reported on the adjacent decks, Senescal. If the need arises, protect the new blood. It is possible that the chance to prove your worth may present itself sooner than you might have anticipated. Okay. Another combat, yes, please.
Oh, you poor souls.
You have been ambushed. Okay. Me. Okay, then 2 enemies. Use cover to avoid enemy attacks. Cover that a character can hide behind are marked with a shield or a shield with a scope. When standing close to them, the character will automatically take up an advantageous position. In this case, the chance that enemy attacks will hit the cover and not the character. Okay, yeah, cover. Okay. Okay.
Oh, a wicked thought.
Pretty coherent. Okay, amazing.
Schemes within schemes.
Let's go. I don't know if we can pass the time quickly, or if we have to wait until our turn, which is going to take a little bit forever. No? Or can I skip this or something? I don't know. Oh, I'm next to Theodorus. Ah, they're killing them. This is going to end soon, I hope. Yes. Where are the enemies? Positive effect. Yes, okay. Where are the enemies? One is in here. Okay.
storm approaches. Ah, another one is shattered.
Okay, that will be it. Oh.
Reduce the dust.
Okay, done. More, take a team with you and clear a path to the transport line. Do not let a single person survive. Didn't bother now when that can burst onto the deck. Not bad. I have seen many an officer who panicked at the sight of combat on the upper decks. The full sense of security offered by their position makes them that much more vulnerable to the harsh realities of warp travel. The incidents may be connected to what is transpiring now. Possibly. Quite likely. We will investigate at a later time. Right now, we need to isolate the affected compartments and try to assess the situation. What's happening? From what we've seen, Hikari, I can speculate that we are dealing with some variety of madness induced by warp travel. Such episodes are not uncommon among Void's men who have found themselves outside the boundaries of real space, though such episodes seldom spill onto other decks. The casters are not working or have been sabotaged. Either the warp is toying with us or someone went to great lengths to cut the ship's communications. I will need a direct channel to the engineer prime before I can get a sense of what we're up against. Whatever it may be, keep your weapons at the ready. I imagine it will be some time before we no longer need them. Okay. What are your orders? More has gone on ahead to clear a path for us. If you want to make yourself useful, go after him and see if the Arc Militant requires aid. And be quick. Failed to save the game. Amazing. Find the Arc Militant. He was ahead.
Ha! There will be no peace in my wake.
Okay. Here. I guess.
What lies beyond?
That's it? Okay. I found him! Thank Providence you're alive and well. And this is me. My god. This is awful. Always on time. The moment we finish chasing the riffraff around the deck, you show up. Always just after the fight is done. You can set your chrono by it. Mort, pull yourself together. What? Did the Lord Captain send you to chibi us along? We are all done here. I'll report right away. Master of Whispers, what's happening on my ship? The bottlenecks is silent. The Boxmaster is not responding. Armed assailants have stormed the officer's deck, and my Arc Militant just destroyed several more heretics on the way here. Is this a severe case of warp madness? Have some of my crew lost their minds and forgotten who they are and whom they serve? Report. I have not yet received word from the Engineerium regarding any Jeller field failures, but communications were already unstable half an hour ago, and now they have ceased altogether. Whatever the cause may be, the consequences are spreading fast. I'm receiving scattered reports from the middle decks, and the only vox cast from the lower base are one-way heretical gibberish. That the madmen have already reached the officer's deck suggests that this outrage was planned in advance. Perhaps this is an organized mutiny. Mutiny? But who would attempt a mutiny here in the warp? Lunatics, fools, heretics, the ship houses thousands upon thousands of people. Pernicious thoughts and warp-induced delusions could have tainted any one of them. It is a difficult notion to accept, but such risks are inescapable. First, we have to confirm that the bridge and the navigator's sanctum are secure, and I have the means to do both things at once. Ethelthrad, where is he? I must know if he's unarmed. A psyker aboard a ship that is potentially being assailed by the worm could pose a greater threat to himself and no others than a whole army of madmen with improvised weapons. I tried to locate him, but the last thing known about his movements is that he arrived on Transitional Deck 18. Blasted! Master of Whispers, find Ethelthrad immediately. Send a skull locate Flask and the Sister of Battle. Both are to remain at my side. Are militant with me. I must go to my study, and it appears that we might encounter heretics along the way. Hekara? If I may, Lord Captain, Transitional Deck 18 is at the heart of the disturbance, and if our goal is to bring Ethelfront back, I could use some support. After all, I'm not as adept as directly confronting enemies of the house as the esteemed Arch Militant. And taking into consideration Ethelfrant's psychic powers... Okay. Then where should I go? Discover the werewolves or the high... okay. Then it's settled. Hekara, find Ethelfrant and bring him here. In whatever state you find him. This elevator, okay, leads to restricted compartments such as my personal chambers and the bridge. Do not let me down. I require you both. Do you understand? What does that mean? We are in the warp. Considering the attack, there could be a disruption in the Geller field and the infiltration of malevolent forces onto the decks. Psychers can react to such things in the most unpredictable ways. Enough, Master of Whispers, you must not allow my hair to turn into a mindless mutant and to perish under Enforcer fire. Do whatever it takes to bring Ethelfront back to me. I hear and obey. Then move out. Okay, a lot of things happening. Now I'm a little bit inside the story. Let's go. Are you ready to head to 18? It is a long walk and you don't even have a proper gear. I shall make do. Of course you will. Lady Theodora would never have someone she couldn't rely on as one of her heirs, but that is no longer relevant. What? What? Oh! I promise you a special destiny. It is time to fulfill it. What? Really? He betrayed me and he betrayed Theodora. Well, maybe he's going to die once I survive and I, well, tell her what have he done. But well, his choice, not mine. But it's interesting. It's super lineal in terms of the exploration, etc. Is not like a big thing. Of course, you can explore.
Careful. Be gentle with our guest. She has an important mission to complete during our visit to the warrant chamber, and for that, I need her breathing. Oh, you are back with us, I see. Delightful.
What's the meaning of these? Okay, you two-faced scum. You're the one behind these. Okay. It's I mean, it's lineal and all that, and you can obviously explore and interact with a lot of different items to well, know a little bit more about the environment, getting more details about the lore, etc. But it's not like the main thing. The main thing is just going all straight, learning about the narrative, the main story, etc. And not a big thing right now, just focusing on the main story, which is interesting. It was a little bit difficult for me to get into it and to feel that I was inside the story, because there are so many names, so many factions, so many technical Warhammer things that I didn't understand, or I didn't let me feel like I was inside or that I was part of the story. But now I'm a little bit more intrigued and more interested in it. It's actually interesting. How perceptive of you. I'll help you with the next insight. Oh, okay, sorry.
I need you here for your blood. You have the option to share it voluntarily, or I will squeeze it out of you myself.
You'll have to do the second thing.
We are in the anteroom of the Warren Chamber, this void ship's most hallowed vault. There, beyond those gates, lies the relic that gives Theodora all of her power.
Ooh.
The sacred Warrant of Trade. Only one obstacle remains on my path to obtaining it. The gates of the chamber are guarded by the Sentinel, an ancient device that will only open the door to a true heir of the dynasty. I expected to do this part myself, but never mind. You will offer your blood to the Sentinel.
That's not going to happen, dear. Is your blood too thin for the Sentinel? I have no intention of helping you. Will you let me join you?
On the contrary, the Warp's blessing has raised me too much above your kind, Fon Valencius. The Sentinel refused to submit to me. But you can help. After all, isn't that what family is for?
Okay, what sorry, pathetic excuse do you even have for your apostasy? You sordid, wretched piece of rock's shit. Amazing.
Wretched? What do you know about wretchedness? Theodora's curse. Are you hoping to buy a grain of her indulgence with your blind loyalty? Oh, I know this delusion. But thank the gods it no longer has power over me. Humanity can rot. I no longer serve mortal kind.
Okay, and what do you serve?
Once my work is done, I'll make that pompous wench Fon Valencius watch as I sacrifice her entire dynasty and commit their fate to the gods. And you will be the instrument by which I will accomplish this righteous act.
Amazing. Skill test in dialogue. One of the available dialogue options requires making a skill test. Okay. In this case, you can decide whether or not to select an option, the consequences of which will depend on the result of the associated test. Okay. No. What am I doing? Am I helping? Why am I doing this? I said no. Yeps.
Did you forget something? I suggest you hurry.
Ugh. I cannot do anything else.
High levels of caustic humors. The subject is in a state of heightened stress. Do you require assistance? Request accepted. Initiating defense protocol.
Wait.
Well, there is still another way.
In this tapestry of a world, I am the rogue thread.
Let's go. Oh my. Okay. Okay, what's happening?
Escort the child of the house to safety. Voxcast frequencies disrupted. Initiating setup. Establishing connection.
Okay.
Communication protocols breached. Signal latency. Distance from the current location to the nearest arsenal. Initiating
Okay.
Temporary obnubilation following acute stress. Mobile unit of the Warren Sentinel standing by.
Maybe the Warren
Mobile
Sentinel?
unit of the Warren Sentinel designed as a personal escort of the child of the house and a means of communicating with the rogue trader's subjects.
Okay.
Mobile unit standing by.
Yeah, away from me.
Middle and upper decks. Assuming the probability of safe placement in areas of concentration of armed units. Calculating. To prevent unauthorized units from breaching the warrant chamber, preemptive sealing
Okay.
must be initiated.
Do whatever
The mobile
is
unit
needed.
will start executing the received order immediately after the safety of the warrant is secured.
As the game's story unfolds, you will see notifications at the top of the screen indicating that the status of your current objective has been updated and that new information has been added to your journal. You can open the journal by pressing J or clicking the mouse button on the notification at the top of the screen. Journal entries help you keep track of current events and guide your character on their journey. The quest tab tracks the progress of the main story. Here you can find information about any quests you have accepted and their current status. Use the journal to help yourself understand where to go in the next steps of your adventure. I mean, that can be obvious. No? This seal chamber.
Mistress? What? Whatever are you doing in the Warren Chamber? How did you... Throne preserve me. What is the meaning of this? What?
He intended to take revenge on Theodora.
Serving the gods of the war? Kunrad is a heretic. Oh, Voidfear, you void rat. Madness. And this mutiny is likewise his doing, no doubt.
Openly admitted that he is the mastermind behind the mutiny.
Saint's blood! And it is small wonder that the heretics are so well organized. I thought his order to seal the passages between decks was his attempt to stop the attackers from spreading to other levels. But now I see the real reason. It was to stop
get
the
it now.
enforcers from intervening. At least you are alive, and now safe, mistress. Alas, I doubt we can afford to look for a compartment to sit out this disaster. You're in a bad way. I can treat your wounds. I have a
I'm
medication.
not. No.
And for the love of the throne, now is not a good time to be walking around the decks without means of self-defense. Here.
Weapon! Thank you. Last gun, flak chest plate, and medikit. Okay. While fighting, can lose some of their bones. Blah, blah, blah. The med kit, skill test. But any injuries they may have sustained remained. Okay, you can learn that by yourselves. Okay. We have this. How's our health? We're amazing. Can be equipped. Equip. And equip. And that will be it. No? Amazing.
I am at your service.
To equip new weapons. Double quick. Drag them to the right. Yeah, okay, I've done that. Now what do we have to do? Medical assistance.
We are the spearhead
Do
of
we
the
have?
Imperium.
Do I have to do it? I mean, I'm all right.
Marching on. Your seneschal is...
In the shadows of the Imperium's ignorance,
Where should we
my
go?
genius blossoms. Oh, how they fear the brilliance.
Look no further.
I have a different...
Sometimes you consult the appropriate treaties on Tactica Imperial.
Oh, yes. Let us seize the moment.
Okay. Wise choice.
To the ordinary.
What advice do you seek?
Like this.
Let's patch
That
you
could be
up.
it.
That is a noticeable
Okay.
improvement. Now you're
Noticeable
prepared for the
improvement. Now you're prepared.
trial. The lower decks are teeming with heretics instigating the rabble to revolt. But that is the least of our problems. The ship's enforcers are rounding up the scoundrels and suppressing the resistance. The situation on the middle decks is
Okay.
much worse. All those strike teams have already been dispatched there. All communication with the bridge and the engineering bay was lost. So, apart from scattered voxcasts, we have no information to go on.
Okay, it's really interesting right now, but we have to leave it here because it's time. Let me just fix one thing super fast. Okay. But that would be it. I would say it's been fine. It's been interesting. I thought that it was going to be way more complex, way more overwhelming, or I'm going to change the scene, or a way more, well, I don't know, different, or that I was not going to be interested, because it's true that at the beginning, as I've said before, I felt a little bit overwhelmed, and I thought that maybe I was going to get bored because there is a lot of text, a lot of long dialogue lines, etc., and it's a little bit overwhelming at the beginning if you're not used to these dense narrative titles. But at the end, the story is getting interesting, and if you like the lore, probably you know more details about the background, the story, etc., that would help you to basically understand everything, or understand the background at least, which didn't happen to me. But anyways, it accomplished to just entertain me. It accomplished to just, well, make me feel like I was inside the story at the very end. And it's interesting. It's true that I feel that there should be more turn-based combats, at least in my opinion, and I would have loved to just well, experience or just be part of more turn-based combats. But well, it's the gameplay, its mechanics, and the game wants to be like this, more narrative than other thing, and this at the beginning to just introduce yourself to the story and the lore, etc. So there you have it. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that now you know a little bit more about this title that, as I've said at the beginning of the gameplay, was released this 7th December. Oh no, December 2020. What? Wait a moment. Now, yeah, 7th December 2023. Okay, I read 2024 somewhere and I was like, what? This game published and released this 7th December 2023. Game developed and published by Old Cat Games that you have available on PC, on Xbox Series X, and on PlayStation 5. And, well, that you can enjoy if you want, and that now you know a little bit more thanks to this amazing live stream. I hope you enjoyed, my guys. Thank you so much for being here. I have to go, but it's been a pleasure. See you tomorrow with a brand new title, with more experiences, and with more video game discoveries. Have fun, take care, and see you tomorrow with more. As always, hugs exist to all of you. Bye-bye.